On today's show, what we're going to be talking about is a lot of stuff, but first things first, we're going to be going through the preview of the Man City vs Arsenal game, yes, at the Emirates. Q&A questions, you can throw those in while we're going through this game. We're going to be talking about Pep Guardiola, Manchester City's star-studded team with the likes of Bernardo Silva firing on full effects. We're also going to be talking about the fact that Arteta will be missing this next game versus Man City due to COVID-related issues, and Albert will be taking over. Yes, Earpod Albert will be taking over as number one for this game coming up versus Man City. You got Patrick Schick is supposedly an Arsenal target for that striker position now, and he's one of those names being touted as one of the possibilities. Bruno Guimaraes is also being linked to Arsenal as a midfield option coming in this January. That would be great. Also, we have two guests, Never the Fouls, Daps, and we also have my guy Patrick, Man City fan from True Fan TV. And we're also going to be doing an Arsenal shirt giveaway or football shirt giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and comment down below the team and the shirt that you like to enter the draw. Thank you. Let's get started on today's show. Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G, I'm back again on EGTV. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's blessed. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. I got a special guest with me, and we're going to be talking about a bunch of things in regards to Arsenal transfers, the Arsenal game itself. Arteta, of course, has just been announced today that he has come down with a positive test and that he will be missing the game versus Man City. He will not be managing against Manchester City this upcoming weekend. And he tested positive. And we're going to be getting into the links for Bruno Guimaraes, the Leon midfielder, Leon midfielder. And we're also going to be getting into Patrick Schick as another possible transfer target for that striker position. But before we get any further, let me bring my guest on for today's show. I have a Man City fan here with me. I got my guy Patrick. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm good, man. How you doing? Long time no see. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Talk to me, man. How do you feel going into this game? How do you feel about Man City going against you got Brentford today?
Yeah, Brentford, yeah.
What?
I'm saying, yeah, Brentford. I'm agreeing with you. That Brentford.
So you got Brentford today. How you feeling?
Nah, man. I'm feeling okay, man. Just the only thing that most of us City fans, I think we had a discussion. I think it was a show yesterday that somebody commented underneath my show. So he said he's not happy with the fact that our club is not transparent. They're not telling us exactly what's happening in the club. We just keep seeing players missing without an explanation. They're not telling us exactly if it's COVID or the player is injured or it's personal issues. Look, at the end of the day, one of the guys said players have their personal lives. We have to stay away from it. But I'm pretty sure as fans, they still want to know exactly what's going on. So that's not an issue because you never know who's going to step out of the bus. Why, if you look at other clubs, they are telling you exactly that so-and-so is injured, so-and-so has COVID, so they know. But us at City, they're just keeping us in the dark. We don't know who's going to show up on the pitch. So that's the only thing. But Brentford, I am confident, but again, bringing it back to the team, I don't know who's going to show up, and I don't know who's fit. I don't know who has COVID, as we don't know.
That's true. Yeah. So just before we get into anything else about the game or anything like that, who is going to be out for your team? Because for our team, I'll tell you right now, the manager is going to be out. Arteta himself is going to be out for this game. Yes, Mikel Arteta, it's been announced that Arteta will be missing this match. And I will show you right now, Arsenal released an official statement on their YouTube, on their website, stating that Mikel Arteta will miss the match versus Manchester City. As you can see, Mikel Arteta right there. And it states that Mikel Arteta will miss our match against Manchester City on New Year's Day after testing positive for COVID. Mikel Arteta is isolating and in line of government guidelines, and we wish him well. Yes, we do wish Mikel Arteta well. Hopefully he is feeling better and gets back very, very soon. But the person who will be taking
Isn't this the second time, though?
Yes, it is.
It is, right? Jesus, I feel sorry for him. This is the second time he has it. Yeah, get well soon.
and Albert will be taking over for Mikel Arteta in the meantime while he's gone. But yeah, does this change a lot for you?
First of all, who's Albert?
Okay.
Who the hell is that? Who's Albert?
I think he's Arteta's second in command.
Is he? Where is he from? Like, did he come with him from? Like, where did he come from? Has he always been at Arsenal? Is he always been at part of the coaching staff?
I think he was one of David Moyes' second in command also. So like, he's not the most known guy. I'll tell you that.
Is that the guy you just made fun of? That he's Earpod Albert? Is that what?
Yes. They do call him Earpod Albert. And if you want to know why they call him Earpod Albert, this is why they call him Earpod Albert. The man literally always has earpods in his ears every game. Every game.
That's gas.
Oh,
okay, so that's the man who's going to be on the touchline.
He's going to be on the touchline versus Manchester City. Arteta will be out versus Man City. It's not Arteta out is not trending because people want him gone. He literally will be out for this game. He will not be playing at this game. And with the game being at the Emirates, being a home game versus Man City, a team that we tend to do really bad against. Like over the past couple of years, we've done terrible against you guys. Every single game that we played against you guys over the past couple of years has just been absolute beatdowns. Do you expect more of the same? But before we get into that, I want to know: are you guys going to have people missing? Because with us having our manager missing,
yeah, I can tell you straight off who 100% I know who's not going to be there is Kyle Walker. The stories are, and I think a few articles were written that he lost his best friend, who was also his agent. I think so. So maybe they've given him time. But Pep, when somebody in the media asked him about it before the Brentford game, there was a press. He said, is it because of the personal issues? He didn't even answer about the personal issues. He just cut it off and just say, oh, he's not fit. He's not going to be with us. That's what he said, like straight up. He didn't even get into that. So maybe it might be that he's obviously dealing with personal issues. And you know, Pep, he says he always makes sure that nobody in the media gets involved in players' personal stuff. So Kyle Walker is the one. Rodri, again, I'm sorry, Gal, but this is the same thing with us City fans right now. We're not even sure. We don't know if it's COVID, as some reporters are reporting. Some say he's injured. Rodri is not there. Others, by the way, the third group says he was just rested against Leicester. He'll be back tonight. That's why the City fans right now, I'm pretty sure, are just refreshing Twitter, making sure to see who's off. So those are the people I can tell you. John Stones, straightforward. Funny enough, John Stones is the only one who we were told straightforward that he's injured. Rodri, we were not told. We just told that he's not available for this game. But John Stones, 100%, is injured. So those are the guys you should know that are not going to be there. So it's Kyle Walker, Rodri, and John Stones. But Rodri, 50-50. I hope he was rested and then he'll show up in this game. It depends what happens in this game. So those are the guys I can tell you that are not going to be there.
Okay. I can tell you right now that our right back situation might be a little bit complicated because of this incident with everything going on with COVID. Last time I checked, Callum Chambers, Cedric were out due to it, and even Tomiyasu. So it could be that all three of them might be. It could be that all three of them might be out for this game also. So it's another situation.
Myers also, isn't it? Is it Maitland Myers? What's his name?
Say it again. Maitland Niles is leaving the club. That has nothing to do with it at all, in my opinion. Okay. When it comes to COVID-related issues, that has the least to do with COVID-related issues.
So who plays right back now? Before it looks like everybody who has the potential to be a right back is not there.
Pretty much. Majority of the right backs might be out. Hopefully we can figure out something in return. But at the moment, it looks like it's going to be a very, very interesting one indeed. Where I don't know if we're gonna have Tomiyasu available in time. I don't know if we're gonna have Chambers there. I don't know if we're gonna have Cedric there. It could be Ben White that is the default guy for this.
He can play. Even Xhaka played as a fullback on City.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. I don't think we're gonna go with Xhaka because Thomas Partey is gonna be fit. And it's gonna be a situation where Thomas Partey is fit. He's gonna go into this game fit, firing, hopeful that we can get something with Thomas Partey and Xhaka in the midfield rather than Xhaka and Lokonga. Because last time we seen that I think it ended badly for Xhaka. We don't want another red. We don't want another red card situation. I'll tell you that. But yeah, before we move on, how many goals do you think City will score?
Relax yourself, guys.
I
Arsenal
definitely
is better now.
I definitely do think City will score a lot of goals because they are really you guys are a really good team, and you just absolutely beat us down every time we play you guys.
Yeah,
Every
but
time
but
we
you've
play
got
you guys.
you've got an identity and structure now. This is what I look. I'm not trying to say this just because I'm on your channel, but here's the thing, right? The time we beat you 5-0, you had no identity or structure. We didn't. I myself, when I sat there, I was like, what exactly is Arsenal doing? And you had players out, right? And Pep defended his boy, and I was laughing at Pep. I was like, come on, don't just do that to defend your boy. When he said Arteta needs his players back and he needs time to put his stamp on this team. Remember, he said that after the loss, and people are like, oh, Pep is doing it for the cameras. Look, we might banter Arsenal and say things about it, but Arteta has brought structure and there's a system. Now, when I switch on the TV and watch Arsenal, I can see a system, unlike somebody who's our neighbor, who I still don't understand what they're doing that side. So people are coming at Arsenal, but at least I can see a structure. Right now, I know that if we go on the pitch with Arsenal, this is the way they're going to play. If I go on the pitch with United, do I know how they're going to play? No. Do I know what formation they want to put? No. So I think you're better right now. Unfortunately, for me, to be honest with you, Gal, I'm a fair guy. I always want people to play at full strength, you know? I want everybody to be there. That's why I wasn't happy that you guys don't have the right back. I wanted you to play Arsenal with this new structure. It also shows to you guys, I'm pretty sure that you can say, you know what, this is where we are. We can measure each other. Because I wanted Arsenal to come with all guns blazing. That's like, I would be happy on that way. I don't want to be playing a game where you find your right back is missing, your defensive mid is missing, then you have to come with an attacking mid to be like a defense. Remember Odegaard? Odegaard was playing as your defensive mid in the other game we played against you. Like, that's just me. I don't know about other people. I just want everybody to be at full strength when they play the game, so it's fair. But Arsenal have a structure now. Unlike United, I don't care if United fans come at me, but your team doesn't have a structure. I'd rather look at what Arteta is doing. So that's all I can say. So you guys think that we're going to score 7? I doubt it. I don't think so. I think there's more of a team in Arsenal than in other teams who we've beaten at 7. Because these United are headless right now. So that's all I can say.
My guy here says, I think Arteta is taking Arsenal in the right direction. Yo, what's good, Dabs?
You know what? Oh, that angle's mad. There we go. That's better. That's better. Can you hear me all good, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear
I
you.
can hear you, man.
Lovely, lovely. You know what? First thing, I've got to say it, Igal. It's Daps. It's Daps with a P.
It's not Dab.
Daps. Daps. It's not Dab. And you know what? Terry did the same thing. Terry kept calling me Dabs. And on one show, I had to be Terry. I've got to stop you. It's Daps. It's Daps. But
Okay.
as we're going to be doing a lot together. But good evening.
No, good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
man.
So,
Can we all laugh at Liverpool, firstly?
Honestly, there's nothing I can laugh at Liverpool about because we haven't beaten them in a while. So
that triggered. It's not
it's
even
like
funny.
it's like
As soon
if
as
you
say
guys
anything against
City
them, you're
lose,
done.
if City lose a convincing game to anybody, do you think I can laugh when we get beat by you guys 4
That's a
5
good
0?
point. You know what? Last year when we lost to Leicester, a lot of my mates are Arsenal, and they're all laughing at me, placing bets, saying Arsenal were going to finish above City.
Look at that now, right?
Mm.
That's laughable. But yeah, just so you know, we were just talking about the Arteta situation and players that are going to be out for this game.
Mm.
If you don't know, Arteta is going to be out for this game. He's not going to be available for this game. He's going to be out. It is not a rumor. It is not theory. Nothing. It's been released officially from the Arsenal website. They've said that Mikel Arteta will miss the upcoming match versus Man City due to testing positive for COVID-19.
I thought they might have pushed for the whole game to be.
And Arteta is to miss the match. The only people who have COVID issues with Arsenal right now are Sambi Lokonga, Arteta, Chambers, Tomiyasu, and the final one. No, that's it. So Lokonga was one of our midfielders, 3 of our right backs, and 1 of our center backs. That is
Right, that's why it's still going. I wasn't sure what I must admit I wasn't sure what the ruling was on managers if the manager's not there, but Fair enough.
Yo, shout out
No
to
one
Cash in
knows
the
like
house.
that.
Shout out
No
to
one knows, man.
Lokonga is back from COVID. That's great to hear. Lokonga is
Mm.
back from COVID. But yeah, just before we get any further, guys, let's just entertain some of my transfer news before we go full into the Man City game, because I need to go through these transfer stories first. And also, just to let everyone know, you can catch my guy here on Never a Foul. Tell the
Love
people
that.
tell them people about your channel, bro.
It's yeah. So the channel is Never a Foul. We cover everything kind of. So we've got sub channels on several different teams, but Never a Foul, the channel itself, that is where we talk everything football. So it isn't just Manchester City. It's actually run by myself, an Arsenal fan, and a Man United fan, Ty, who runs Trafford Tunnel. So yeah, and usually we're in here, a few of us just debating things, players, games, yeah, just talking everything football really. So. And we've had a quiet couple of months for a couple of reasons, but we're going to be back very regular from January. So
there you go. Shout out to Kesh. Kesh, if you want to jump on, just DM me. I'll send you the link.
Yeah,
if you have time.
Kesh is part of Never a Foul as well.
Kesh is my guy. Next, Patrick. This is Patrick's channel. If you guys don't already know, this is Patrick's channel right here. He talks about Man City. He talks about all sorts of stuff. Big up to Patrick. If you guys want to check out Patrick's channel, I'll put the link in the comment section, and I'll put the link in the comment section for Never the Foul. So yeah, just before we get any further, guys, first thing first, you guys know Arsenal have a lot of issues. We since we last met, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been outed from the team. Do you have any questions before we go into some of the issues that we have at Arsenal, or should I just name them all?
You know what? I thought, because you're usually really positive, Gal.
No, but we haven't met since our last game, and there's been a lot of positive things that have happened.
Yeah, most definitely.
Since we last met, Arsenal have completely rebuilt their team. We have young players throughout the whole squad firing. Emile Smith Rowe is on more goals than Bernardo Silva right now. It's crazy.
You had to throw that in, didn't you?
Interesting stat.
It's very crazy. He actually,
do you want to go to that side? Do you want to go there?
Emile Smith Rowe is actually the highest goal scoring midfielder in the Premier League. Did you know that?
I mean, I didn't know that, but it's interesting you went for Bernardo Silva. I mean,
no, I'm not taking a shot at Bernardo Silva.
I know you're not. I know you're calling out City's one of City's top ones, but
so
Igal has history with Bernardo Silva. He knows it. Igal has got some history. He once denied Bernardo Silva over Maddison. He said, "I would not have him at Arsenal. I'd rather have Maddison."
So,
I was saying, "Are you sure?" And he says, "Yes." But he apologized for it later on.
I mean, Maddison's on fire right now. They're just completely different players for me. So
there you go. Madison might be on fire, but so is Odegaard, and it's not being spoken about as much, because Odegaard is currently has 6 goal involvements in 6 games. But yeah, we digress.
Do you know what? So I was with one of my friends, hold tight Alan, the other night, who he runs several Arsenal websites. He's been doing it for about 10, 15 years. So he's saying Odegaard should be Arsenal captain, you know?
Oh, yo, shout out to everyone. Just to let you guys know, we just hit 9K subs just literally right now during the stream. So shout out to everybody. I am doing a giveaway for this occasion. We're going to be giving away a shirt after the North London Derby. And the way you win is you have to go follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's fine. All you have to do is comment and like this video, the latest video that I did, and comment down below at the end of the video your favorite shirt and your team that you want the shirt from. And I will be picking one winner after the North London Derby. On Twitter, I'll be picking one winner, and on YouTube, I'll be picking one winner. So there'll be 2 winners overall. But yeah, I digress. Let's get back to this. Guys, quickly, I'm just going to mention one thing before we go back into the City game. There's 2 players that Arsenal are linked to. We're linked to a new striker, Patrick Schick. Honestly, you guys are also shopping for a striker, but would you even look at a Patrick Schick as an option? I don't think he's of the quality of an Arsenal team. He's failed at a lot of different clubs. And at this point, I question if he would even be good to joining Arsenal. Patrick Schick at this point, how old is he? Like he's played in so many different teams. He did well in the Euros, but I don't know if Patrick is the guy that Arsenal need. And I just want to know your opinions, guys, as neutrals, talking about this, because obviously you don't have no vested interest in us being good, obviously, but you don't have a vested interest in us being bad either. So yeah, what do you think? Patrick Schick, 25-year-old striker. This year has 16 goals in the Bundesliga. The year before that had 9 goals. He did well for RB Leipzig. In Roma, he failed. When he was playing over in Slavia Prague, he was very young, so he doesn't really have that much of a history of being a prolific striker. But yeah, what do you guys think? Bayer Leverkusen's Patrick Schick to Arsenal. People in the comment section, let me know also what you guys think in the meanwhile. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think he's very average. I don't think he's the best striker. Doesn't really upgrade.
I'll be completely 100. I don't know much about him, and I'm one of these people. I won't come on here and nod and act like I know.
I was about to say the same thing exactly. That who is this guy?
The one thing I will say is, when it comes to strikers and at Man City, I'm not one of the City fans that wants a Kane or a Haaland or I don't want someone that has to play every game. I want a plan B. It sounds crazy, but we kind of need to find our own Origi. It sounds mental, but we need to find an Origi. We need to find a Giroud when Giroud was at Arsenal, even a Zeko back a few years ago. Someone that's happy to sit on the bench, but come on, because I don't want one of these big strikers that's going to change the way we play. So I'm not saying I want that guy you just showed me, but you know, if he, maybe it's that type of caliber that actually at Man City we need someone that can sit on the bench, not someone that's going to change the whole style. So. As for Arsenal, you need an Aubameyang replacement. I know who I don't want you to get, but for me, Raheem Sterling.
Who is that? VLAHOVIC.
No, Raheem Sterling, I think, is one that you lot will be sniffing around, paying a lot of attention to.
Interesting.
I think if you can get rid of Aubameyang and Aubameyang's wage, Raheem is of an age where his next contract is going to be his big contract. Look, he's from North London. I can tell you now, the shirt sales, which we know Arsenal's board are all about, if he was to go to the Emirates, the shirt sales would be insane. And freeing up Aubameyang's wage, you could get him. And he knows that he'd start every game for you boys. So I don't want that to happen. I want him to stay at City. But with the contract negotiations that are going on, if we don't get him nailed down in the next 5 months, he's leaving on a free next summer. So
yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's gone.
My guy saying, will you do a prediction video for tomorrow? I don't think we'll have time to do the prediction videos for game week 20. They're coming so quick and fast. I think the next prediction show that we'll be able to do is probably for the Tottenham game. So just be careful. Just look out for that. Daps is going to be part of the crew. Patrick
doesn't get cancelled.
What?
I'm saying if the match doesn't get postponed.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But the other guy you just mentioned, I can't pronounce his name. He looks good. He looks hot. He looks hot.
Would you take VLAHOVIC at City? Because we keep talking about strikers that Arsenal want, and every time we talk about VLAHOVIC, people say, you know what, he might go to City, he might go to this team, he might go to that team. I get the Raheem Sterling thing. I want to park that for a second because we're going to talk about him when he comes to facing Arsenal. He always scores against us. But VLAHOVIC has been linked to every team in world football. And I've heard,
agreed.
If you guys don't get Haaland, you might look at VLAHOVIC. So
definitely.
What do you think about VLAHOVIC?
I think like I keep saying, for me, Haaland is a very difficult deal for us to do. We hate his agent. We really do not F with his agent. And also his agent don't F with Pep. However, the closer look, if we don't buy anyone in January with Torres leaving, I would start to think maybe, just maybe, the Haaland thing really might happen because it seems like we're parking up some money ready for something big. I wouldn't be mad if Haaland came, but at the same time, this is a type of player that I think would suit us better, that could come in, doesn't need to start every single game. And if he doesn't start every game, he's not going to throw his toys kind of out the pram. He's not going to switch at Pep. Whereas Haaland and Pep, I don't know if that's going to work for me. I really don't.
Yeah, because Haaland is someone who's very much like, I'm already a star in comparison to Vlahovic, who is willing to get.
And he
to
looks good, man. That Vlahovic does look good.
But
Does
is
look
Haaland
good.
going to be the one speaking? If I think Haaland would come in and look at Pep and say, "Look, this guy can take me to better levels." But I believe that it's actually his agent who's going to be speaking more. If Pep leaves Haaland on the bench, it's actually going to be his agent yapping the way he does with the Pogba. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only why Vlahovic or Vlahovic, or we call him Vlahovic maybe. He looks like a kid who just wants to be in a better team. That's what he wants to do. I think he just wants a better team. Unfortunately, he was about to sign a contract with those guys, but I think he's seen that, I can do better. I just want to be somewhere else where I can play high level football. I think he's looking for the Champions League. He's already been abused in Italy already. He has been called a gypsy, and he wasn't happy about it. So I think that's one of the things. He's like, you know what, I'm out of here. I want to go somewhere else. He's a baller. If Arsenal get him, I'm not going to be happy because I've watched the guy. I've been watching him a few games after he was linked to City. He's serious. He is serious.
Yeah,
he knows. But by the way, Daps, just the same thing as you say that you wanted somebody who's just happy to be here. I was the only City fan that was laughed at when I said I would have Danny Ings. I know Danny Ings has injuries, but I'd rather have him.
I get it now.
Do you know? Like, have him on the bench. Danny Ings would be happy to be on the bench. But guess what? Danny Ings would still come in and score a goal. That's to just save us.
You know what?
I wanted somebody like that too.
I laughed at it summer, but now I get it. I do get it massively. Danny Ings makes perfect sense to me now. It really does.
This is a good question. Bernardo Silva is going to sign a contract extension, or will he still leave?
He's got quite a while left anyway. To be honest with you, I think he's contracted up till 2025. Or we signed him on a long contract ages ago, like 2 years ago. I think we got him on something like a 6-year contract or something. So we're good with Bernardo Silva. So we've just got to enjoy him while he's here, man, because if he keeps up this form, he's going to be worth a lot of money and in demand. So
true. Finally, I'm not even going to get too much into the next transfer. I'm just gonna say this quickly, guys. We're going to talk about him more often, guys, when we have a chance later on, when I'm doing a video about myself. But I'll let you guys know Arsenal have been linked to Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon on a transfer this January. Lyon is looking to get rid of the midfielder. He would be an absolute bargain. His price they're saying is closer to the 38 million mark at this point, so less than 40 million we can get him. The Brazilian midfielder who's been playing at Lyon for a couple of years now was linked to Arsenal originally before he went to Lyon, so we already have a history of scouting him. Will we get him? The 24-year-old still has a lot of room to grow. I don't know too much about him personally because I don't watch the French league too much, but when I have seen him versus PSG or versus Marseille, he's looked very good. And is he the type of midfielder we need? You know what? He can do that role. He's definitely a deep line midfielder. Helps more with our control of a game, and we currently don't have those players that can help control the game.
So while we're in France, there's a player that I'm awful at pronouncing names, right? So I'm going to let one of you guess it. There was a player from
Awar.
Thank you, because City fans, a lot of City fans, not summer we've just had. Sorry.
Last year when you lost in the Champions League.
A lot of City fans were really talking up, and ultimately he's a Silva replacement kind of, because he can control the speed of a game the way David Silva used to, where if he wants to pick it up with a quick pass, he'll pick it up. If he wants to slow it all down. And then I saw Arsenal were regularly linked with him as well. It's all gone quiet with him. Is he?
His brother is his messed up the deals, because he had a deal to Juventus, he had a deal with Arsenal, and his brother came last minute and said, hold on, the deal is off the table now unless you give us this. And then everyone just walked away from the deal.
Right, got you. He looks cold though. He looks good, man.
Because if you agree a principal deal,
his press assistant, you can't get the ball off him. You can pressure him.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Silva.
Even De Bruyne said this kid is talented when they smacked us. They gave us so much trouble, and he's De Bruyne after coming like this. I would like to play next to this kid, but you're right. Maybe teams have been like, his brother seems to be a bit of a scumbag. We're not going to get close to him.
Another one of them.
We have too many people who have issues in our club. If you guys don't know, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, his girlfriend is the biggest issue for him. she's always outing Arteta on Twitter.
Zinchenko.
She's liking posts where people saying they want Arteta killed. Crazy stuff.
Oh, it's you know what? It's often there's weird ones like that. I mean, Zinchenko was one for City where his missus kept saying about the way Pep handled certain things, and she's a TV presenter. The other one to be that I don't know how much people know is that, do you know, since Leroy Sané's left, he's always been nothing but respectful to Man City. Leroy Sané did not want to leave Manchester City. It was his wife and his girlfriend that weren't happy in England, and they pretty much controlled.
His mother, isn't it? Was also pressured.
Yeah,
happy wife, happy life, man. Let's be honest.
Amen, 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 amen. But yeah,
anyway, let's get straight into this, guys. Be honest. What is your team going to look like going versus Arsenal? Because I can get a diagram of what teams might look like, but it's never really accurate. What do you think?
Do you know the best? You've almost timed this perfectly because our team is.
Is Rodri there? Please tell me.
It's not out yet. Our team isn't out yet. Our team's going to be out any minute for tonight, and that'll tell us. Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on Rodri because one or two people were saying to me that they think we showed defensively where we may be kind of with Diaz and Laporte against Leicester, and I said no. All of Leicester's goals were counters. They were the type of moves that until this season, Fernandinho broke up like that. Like a piece of just pulled a shirt, took someone down, no card. Against Leicester, I realised, you know what? I hate to say it because I love the guy, but he's past it now. I don't believe half of those goals would have happened with Rodri on the pitch, to be honest with you.
Did you just notice now, or you noticed the Southampton game?
Oh yeah, agreed. I've noticed this season, but that game in particular. Sorry.
But Rodri is making Fernandinho look finished.
Fernandinho's age is making himself look finished, not Rodri. He's 37. Yeah, he's
next year.
But it's like last year, he still was able to do it, whereas this year there's something missing. He's just not the same now. There's that wasn't on the defense. Admittedly, some of the defending for the goals was a bit, but it wouldn't have even got to that point. In previous years under Fernandinho, those breaks just got stopped instantly. So we need Rodri back. To be fair, I worry about tonight's game. I've been saying it for a while. It's dark. It's a weekday. Brentford at their ground will be rocking.
From Nigeria is very strong. That DM is very strong and fast. I'm also scared. I don't know.
We need Rodri tonight.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. I think Rodri's been rested with the fact that we've got to go to Brentford and then Arsenal within a couple of days. That he knows we need Rodri, and Rodri's played quite a lot of games recently. So
can I tell you something? I always hear this debate between Liverpool and Man City fans. Where do you guys stand on it? Fernandinho and Rodri. They're two different types of players, but I think this season Rodri has been better than Fernandinho.
Can I clarify that? You mentioned Liverpool fans, so are you meaning Fernandinho or Fabinho?
Fabinho.
I've been having that debate the last couple of nights. Previous years, hands down Fabinho. I'm a big Fabinho fan. This season, I think Rodri has a shout at one of... Rodri, for me, could be in the top 5 players of the season in the Premier League this season. So... I mean, and Fabinho's not in my top 5 in the Premier League this season, so that's where I'll stand on that one. But
Patrick,
as he said, look, Fabinho. Okay, this is another thing is, I don't know if Liverpool fans are watching this. I just don't accept opinions from Liverpool fans. Why? I'm not trying to be offensive. It's because every player of theirs is the best, regardless who is doing good is the best. The time when Fernandinho was on top of the world. Fernandinho, even the pundits were saying he's the master of the dark arts, and every DM was saying, "Oh my God, I want to be like Fernandinho." They were still saying Fabinho is better.
Yeah.
This season, Ramsdale is wiping the floor with Alisson. That's
Amen.
saying Alisson is the best. Ederson was doing better than Alisson. Alisson is the best. Van Dijk does bad that other season before he gets injured. He's still the best over everybody. So
this is the thing. You bang on.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I can't that's the thing that I can't take them seriously. But I know Fabinho is good. But this year, let's be honest, Rodri has been amazing this season. I'm not just saying that as a City fan. Rodri has been amazing. I haven't actually put attention much on Fabinho. I have been watching him in games. He's very good, but this season no, there's more better DMs this season who are doing better than him.
Yeah,
I can even say, what's his name? Kovacic is more impressive than...
until he got injured. Kovacic was
Yeah.
very, very hot this season. Possibly one of Chelsea's best players until he got injured. But
Let's go to Cash. Cash, what were you going to say?
No, I'm just catching up. What are you lot saying?
talking
we're
Rodri,
just,
Fabinho.
we're just talking about Man City's team. I was kind of asking them what team they think they're going to play, and it's coincidentally the same time as when they're about to announce their team versus Brentford. So I personally feel like Man City is such a good team that they could change their whole front three versus Brentford to what they're playing today, because facing us they might go with Fernand, they might go with Jesus, Foden, Mahrez today, and then versus us they might go with Foden, we call it Jesus and Sterling, or Mahrez, Jesus and Sterling, and it's just a squad that's.
With Pep, you just never know. You never know what he's going to do for you. That's the thing.
The funniest thing is the app that I use, right, to check lineups. They always do predicted lineups. Today they've got Brentford's predicted lineup. They haven't even bothered doing a predicted lineup for City. It's like they've just given up. Like, do you know what? We just can't predict it. But that Fabinho Rodri conversation is going to carry on for the whole of the season. Why? Because Liverpool fans want it to, and this is the thing with Liverpool that's driving me crazy now. And I was out in a bar the other day and a Liverpool fan was just trying to get me to snap. But you know, when you do podcasts, you know, when people are trying to get a nibble and it's like, bro, this isn't going to happen. Not away from a podcast. It's never happening. But literally every position, Liverpool had a better player than Manchester City. Their manager is apparently better than Manchester City's. Their fans are better than Manchester City's. Fuck it, their ground's probably better than Manchester City's, and their catering team's probably better than Manchester City's. But for some reason,
the janitor is probably better. The janitor,
but for some reason, they've won one Premier League, to Pep's 3, potentially 4. But it's just Liverpool fans. I struggle to have conversations with them now because they're apart from one or two. Hold tight, Steve. He's a good one, but a lot of them are just deluded.
Bro, I'm not even going to be here to predict a whole Man City lineup. I feel like there is players that are going to guarantee start though. There's Cancelo's going to guarantee start, either left back or right back.
Yeah.
Diaz is going to guarantee start. Ederson's going to guarantee start. I think against Arsenal, you guys are going to play Laporte. I don't think you're going to play Ake or John Stones.
I think Walker's going to come back in because Zinchenko wasn't brilliant the other night. I think Walker will be back in and Cancelo will be over on the left. I think maybe for the next 2 games, I have a feeling.
Midfield, Rodri, Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne. Pretty standard midfield against the big teams. And then the front 3. What is your best front 3? Because that is one thing
I don't know, man. Nobody's ever sure. But you know what? For you guys, he's going to look for control because Arteta plays possession football, and I think you're going to end up seeing Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne switching as the false 9.
Like against United.
Against Arsenal. Yeah, against
same as against United and all the big teams. Every time. You know what? I was going to say every big team except for Tottenham, but let's not put Tottenham in the big team category. So against every big team this season, it's pretty much been the same. We have multiple players that can play in the false 9. So you'll probably see Gundogan, Rodri, and De Bruyne, like you said, Bernardo Silva, Foden and Jesus.
Sterling
maybe Sterling might come in for Foden. Maybe.
Yeah. Sterling, every game he plays against us, he gets a goal.
Pisses me off, bruv.
And he's on fire now. And he's not playing. He's smoking now. He's on fire.
Back to his best now.
He's back to his best now. So I don't know. But that's what he's gonna do, especially with you guys. When he plays teams that the bigger teams, he seems to go for. He makes sure Gundogan, De Bruyne, and Silva in the team just to rotate around. So they keep moving around. If Bernardo is not doing well as false 9, he will drop in De Bruyne on 5. And after that, they try Foden. If they see that we need somebody, he throws in Jesus as the focal point. But to be honest, I was Daps. I was telling Igao that people keep saying, "Oh, you're gonna just run over Arsenal." I was like, "No, I'm respecting Arsenal because Arsenal we played before never had structure, but now they have structure. They know exactly what they're doing. So it's not gonna be as easy as people are saying.
Yeah.
All I can say, guys, I just make sure your team is on it, because if they come
Listen.
against City and they're not on it,
I am not
That's the
going to
key.
do the same thing that I did last time. I was a fucking imbecile last time.
what did
But
you do last time?
I predicted us to lose, but I predicted us to lose by 1-0 and said we're not going to concede 5. We're not going to concede 3. We're not. You know what? This game, I'm not going to have any expectations. I'm just going to go into it, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think the lineup is. But I don't know what the performance is going to be. This is coming off the back of having a couple games.
Did you have Ramsdale then?
We will have Ramsdale. I'll tell you
back
that.
then when we beat you 5-0.
No, we did not. We had
No, they didn't.
So what I will tell you is we don't know who's going to start at right back, but we're going to have Ben White and Gabriel in this team. We're going to have Tierney starting in this game. We're going to have Thomas Partey and Xhaka available because Thomas Partey is leaving for AFCON on the 3rd of January, not the 2nd.
Wow, that's a big blow for you guys.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey will be available. He's not going to be.
No, I'm saying after he leaves, it's going to be a big blow, isn't it?
It's definitely going to be a big blow after he leaves. It's going to be Odegaard, Saka, and Martinelli. You don't change a winning side like that. And then up
Is
top,
that the lineup?
up top is going to be Lacazette. So I'm just going to show you guys what I have the lineup as. Kesh is back. Let me show you guys what I put the lineup as, because this is what the lineup is going to be for me, in my opinion. I don't think the lineup changes from this. This is the lineup that I'm going to have. I don't know who plays at right back. All I know is those are the guys who are going to be available. Those are the guys who are going to be fit. And if at right back we don't have Tomiyasu, Chambers, or Cedric available, then you're going to put Ben White. You're going to play holding, and you're going to put Ben White as right back.
Like this up.
That is our team. So that is what we're going to go with.
That's a strong team.
It is a completely different team from what you faced last time, except for like 2 people.
So I've just seen City's lineup for tonight. Patrick can see by my face. I'm not overly impressed with it. So we've got Edison in goal. We've got Cancelo on the right, Diaz and then we've got Diaz, Laporte, and Ake all starting. So I presume Ake's starting on the left.
I'm okay with that. Ake as a left back. He's very stable. He's very stable.
Yeah, maybe. Then we've got Fernandinho starting again. De Bruyne, Bernardo, Foden, Jesus, Grealish.
There's an issue with Rodri. We have to find out what it is.
However, that does mean that he's potentially... Yeah, Rodri's not on the bench either.
Wow.
So on the bench, we are definitely resting Sterling, Mahrez, Gundogan. Rodri, I'm interested to see what's happening with Rodri.
You know what? That means Rodri better be... that means Rodri's probably going to start against us.
Or he's got a knock.
That also shows me that Jack Grealish is not trusted in the big games, because he's not going to play.
Definitely not. But from we dropped him against Liverpool, I knew Jack Grealish was not trusted in the big games. And me personally, look, he's not. If we're talking wingers, he's not in my top 3 wingers at Manchester City. Mahrez, Sterling, Foden are all better than him on the wing. So. In fact, 4, I put Jesus above him as well on the wing. So
even Ferran Torres was going to be better than him.
Yeah. Fact.
Don't you guys think Jack Grealish was a signing for the English and like the marketability?
Yeah, first time we've done it. Agreed, 100%. First one we've done.
Like, let me defend him for a while. I think there's a player in there, but there's also somebody who likes enjoying life. We had such a player in my country. His name was Joseph Kamwendo. The kid was talented naturally. It was just Grealish is talented, but I think he likes enjoying life a bit too much.
Yeah, he does. The problem is, I think I'm with you. He's very talented, and I think under Pep he will grow. The problem is when you're signed for 100 million, you don't really get time to grow. Like, you can buy a younger that can, you know what, they're going to come in, give him a season, 2 seasons under Pep, and you'll see a different guy. When you pay 100 million for someone, it's hard to give them that time. But I'm not saying he's bad. I do think Miguel was bang on. It's the first signing we have done that was done for a commercial reason, fully. It was the shirt sales. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but it just wasn't needed. But that lineup tonight worries me. Can I just talk on Arsenal really quick, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you got Arteta, the season you lot got Arteta, was the season we lost the league to Liverpool.
Yeah.
It was very clear that we missed Arteta. Okay, Arteta was the guy that had the. He was the guy that had the relationship with the players. If you like, Pep likes to keep that distance between himself and players, and Arteta was very close with the players. On the Amazon documentary, you'd see it. He'd be pulling Pep to one side about and talking about conversations he's had with players. So Sterling in particular, by the way. So when he left, I felt like we were missing that for that part of the season. Now, I personally thought he took the job too early, but then the minute I saw his first press conference and the way he was talking about there's a lot of things wrong at the club, but he needs to address that and he needs to get everyone at the club pulling the same way. Again, if you've seen the City documentary, that is exactly how it is. Down to the receptionist, down to the catering stuff, everyone has the same goal. Everyone knows what it is and moves on the same. Now, the difference is that Arteta has... When Pep joined City, first season, we finished third, right? He then basically got a complete back line. I think he got 4 fullbacks, Edison, and it was like he'd come in first season, realised what was needed, went and got it done. We won the league and got 100 points, right? Now, that's because Pep had the luxury of money, because rightly so, he's come in at an elite level, so he gets given that money. With Arteta, he's got to do all of that without the money, but also, like Wenger had to do at your club, it's not on. Whereas with Pep, he can just he can just deal with the football, and he's got sporting directors and this whole structure that will do everything to do with getting players that need to be got out of the club, getting the wage bill down, all of that. Whereas with Arteta, it's pretty much like, cool, you can have what you want, bro, but you've got to get the club to the point where you can get what you want. So anyone that thinks that Arteta is going to come in and do it, for me, Arteta needs years, right? Not the hardest thing is Arsenal is the one club that you don't usually get years, but I think his philosophy, the one thing Arsenal have that Man United didn't, maybe they do under Ralph, is you have a philosophy. You have a manager that has, whether you're playing that way now or not, he knows where you're going, right? And I think most City fans deep down, because the Arteta thing, we want Arteta to do well. Like, I do. I want Arteta to do well, man. So when I see him do well, I'm happy. When I see you take a bit of a nosedive, all right, I'll banter you. But deep down, I want Arteta to do well. So, and I think he's the right man for you. You've just got to give him a long time.
That's why when I said, when I look at it in hindsight, when the year that Arteta came to City, I think Arsenal was in talks with him as well to become the coach. Yeah. But obviously, Pep won him over. I think Wenger kind of missed the trick with that. I think with the way Wenger wanted to play, he just missed that kind of defensive nous about him. And I think Arteta could have brought that. So we missed the trick there. I think Arteta could have done a lot of good as a coach before going to a manager at this club.
Yeah. I think we got Arteta because I think Pep needed that guy that had a relationship with the Premier League, a relationship with players, knew the Premier League, like, because the other people that he kind of inherited, yes, they knew the Premier League, but they were quite old, you know, like, whereas Arteta was brought in
to New York.
Yeah. And I do think that he's learned things under Pep, right? When people say he's a BTEC Pep, calm down, and with any of that, like, he's his own man, but he has learned things from Pep. So I think he's the right man. I think he's slowly getting the players that you need. And the other thing is he's getting the right mentality, because the one thing I think Pep is so key on is the mentality of players. Like the way we pulled out the Sanchez deal, because ultimately his head was turned because of money. Cool, we don't want you. Anyone whose head's turned because of money and not because of trophies, I think Arteta's doing the same. He's getting rid of that mentality at Arsenal, and he's bringing in players that want to play for your club. I think Ferran Torres ultimately has left Man City because the minute he went to Pep and said, I want to leave, Pep was like, you're crazy, but cool, you can leave. Because if you want to go and join a Barcelona the way they are at the moment, your mentality maybe isn't, we're not going to battle to keep you, we'll let you go. Mentality is everything. I think Arteta knows that. He knows the philosophy of football and those type of things. So, I mean, that being said, I hope we smack you 4-0.
After all that, he comes in and gets microphone.
Let's get into this game. City versus Arsenal away is historically over the past couple of seasons been terrible. I remember the day of my wedding, I watched City slap us first game under Unai.
On your wedding day?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I seen City slap the shit out of us. So it was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just allowed it. I kept it moving, didn't let it bother me. But right now, City versus Arsenal, I'm expecting the worst, hoping for the best. At best, I think we could get a draw or get lose close game. But if we get slapped 4-5-0, I wouldn't be surprised. What are you saying?
I don't know, man. As I said, I think your team is different right now, and I said it from the beginning. I respect you guys more now than the time when we met you and beat you 5-0. The 5-0 one, you guys had no direction at all. Let me not lie, things were not well. A lot of people were busy saying Arteta out, oh, he's a fraud. You know, everybody was after him. The whole team, we didn't even know who was who. So now I think it's better. That's why, remember, I say this, Ikao. I'm a fair guy. I hope we all play each other at full strength. I want Rodri back. You guys have. I'm sorry that your right back is gone, but I wish you guys had all your team and all our team. I think it would also be good for Arsenal fans. I don't know if it's just me saying it, because you guys want to measure yourself where you are. So if you want to measure yourself, play against a very strong City side and see where you are. So for me, I'm not gonna say here and say we're gonna smack you that much. I wish the guy who likes banter in me wishes that we go and smack you a lot and then I start laughing just as for laughter. But football wise, I would like to play with you guys right now because I've seen Arteta has changed the team. And as Daps said, your mentality has changed. I was laughing at Arteta, by the way. I laughed at your right back. Do you know that the Japanese guy, one of my friends is an Arsenal fan, I sent him a picture and said, where did you get this guy? Look at his legs. Remember, he had a picture in a hotel wearing the Arsenal jersey. I was like, look at his legs. They don't even look that fit. How is he a player? But you see, he went to search for people. They scouted people who want to win, people who are willing to learn. Now look at your team.
Mentalities, yeah.
Odegaard, some of your fans were saying Odegaard has to go, but look at it, he's back. He wants to win. He had a conversation with Arteta. As Arteta said, I spoke to him. He wants to stay with us. So look, I'm thinking that this game is going to be difficult, not as easy, because I'm pretty sure even Arsenal are like, you know what, this man beat us 5-0. We're not going to allow it to happen again. We're better now. You're full of confidence. We're full of confidence. It'll be a great game. Yeah, what were you about to say, Daps?
I do remember going back to the Arsenal game, the 5-0. You definitely did not have your new breed of players then. I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Ben White was playing.
Kalashnik, Odin.
Yeah, I don't think Ramsdale was in. And I'm like Patrick. Look, I laughed at the Ben White signing. I laughed at the Ramsdale signing. But I'll be honest with you. I want him for England. I'll say that now. I think he's very vocal. He's very passionate. He's a great shot stopper. His delivery is fucking good. Some Arsenal fans are trying to talk about Edison delivery. I don't know about that, but his delivery is very good. For me, he is England's number one right now, hands down. Right. And Ben White, for me, the way he carries the ball forward and into midfield, it slightly at times reminds me of Vincent Kompany in his prime. Just very confident, striding forward with the ball. They're two players whose mentalities again seem right. They seem like they want to win stuff. They don't, they're not at Arsenal for the money. I've always said over the last few years that clubs join Manchester City to win trophies. Sorry, not clubs. Players, in particular, foreign players, join Manchester City to win trophies. A lot of players that I felt have been joining Arsenal have joined them for the London party lifestyle. And the fact that I always call Arsenal a fashionable club, they are going to get the best kits. They are probably going to get more money through sponsorship and all of that.
That's true.
But now I'm starting to see a change in the mentality of the players you're signing. They're players that want to win. And do you know what? Where do you two stand on, if I was to say to both of you, Igao and Kesh, Lacazette or Aubameyang, which one are you?
Lacazette.
Thank you. Good.
Aubameyang is done out here. He's never playing again for Arsenal, in my opinion.
Not just based on that. I think every time I've seen you in, especially last season in the cup competitions where you were playing some of the younger players, I just felt like Lacazette seemed to have a bit more responsibility about him, and that he's happy to play with the younger players and kind of educate them a bit. Like he's got a bit more. Yeah. Like he cares a bit more, ultimately. And I do think, I've always said this, I think Lacazette got a hard time because Arsenal did the usual thing where you sign a player and then don't put him straight in your team. And then by the time you're putting him in the team, you've already signed another striker where his confidence is going to be through the floor. And now you want to start playing him. Now you've just signed Aubameyang. Well, he's looking over his shoulder. So I like Lacazette. I think I'm glad you both agree with me on that as well.
The thing with listen, I've never hated Lacazette for his ability. I've always said he's got ability, but one thing you have to do is when the chances fall at your feet, you got to put them away, and that's something that he struggles to do. Everything else about him, he's got it to a T. And I know it's a kind of a uncomfortable conversation to have when you're talking about two strikers, one that scores and one that doesn't score.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to put the old logic to the side and think, how is this person improving the team? Is it just all about him? And for a very long time, even when we beat you lot in the FA Cup, I just saw it. I just think, Aubameyang, yes, he scores goals, but like 90% of the game, he's doing nothing that's really helping the team. You know what I mean?
And this is the thing where it comes to Manchester City and who we buy as a replacement, because like I can tell you now, apart from goals, and I'm never going to downplay Aguero and his goals, Jesus offers more to a game than Aguero does. Now, of course, I'd take Aguero over Jesus. But when you're talking about if Aguero didn't have the numbers he had, I'd be picking Jesus over Aguero every time because he offered far more. And I think it's the same with Lacazette, like you said.
And you know what? When that brings me back to when City was signing Ronaldo, and I think, yes, Ronaldo's going to score goals, but it's going to take something away from you lot as a whole. You know what I mean? And is it worth giving that up just for goals? It's not.
Yeah. No. 100% agree. I think it's going to be a hard game. I think it's going to be a lot harder. It's a lot harder. I do think it is. Right, if I put it this way, sorry, Arsenal, but in the first round of obviously, you've performed very, very well against the lesser teams to the point where you continue performing the way you have against the lesser teams, and the other teams carry on underperforming against the lesser teams. Arsenal get top 4. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can. Who was it that won the league once with lots of draws and whatever else? You sometimes you can do weird things. Now, Arsenal can lose pretty much every game to the big 4 and still get top 4 because the other teams are dropping points against the teams they should beat. First round, Arsenal maybe didn't do too well against the big teams. This is the start of the second round, but now you've got the youngers there and everything's ready. And it's like Patrick said, it's a test. You're now against City. How will you look? And it's at your place. It's not our place. I think it's very difficult.
You know what? You know what? As well, I would say. I know people like obviously. Besides our first game against you lot and Chelsea, wasn't the team that we got now. The only evidence we've got of Arsenal not really coping with against the big teams against Liverpool. But if you actually look in that game, we had opportunities on the break where I'll say it again. If it was the likes of Salah or Mane in those positions in that game for us, they would have punished Liverpool. That was based on our Saka and Emile Smith Rowe not really choosing the right decision making, the right passes. But since then, they've gone up a level in terms of their decision making, their finishing, their end product. So what I would like to see is if we do get those opportunities against you lot, them to actually follow through and make the right decisions that actually leads to a goal.
That's the same. It's like the Everton game when you boys played Everton. Look, you looked good first half, totally in control, and then second half, probably because you hadn't killed them off. That was it. And then for me, I think he got a knock, but I thought Tierney was having a really good game against Everton. And when Tierney got changed, I think he had got a knock, or maybe he was just coming back and he wasn't. That changed everything for me.
Changed everything.
It seemed to put. They just started going at you down. Whereas you had them pinned back. The minute you changed Tierney, it just all changed.
To me, what it was when teams away from home come on to us, we don't have an answer besides trying to play out the wings because we don't have enough control in the midfield. That is the biggest issue that we have. Lack of control in the midfield to allow us to go away from home and dominate games. Where for Man City, you guys outpossess teams. I've seen you guys away at Real Madrid go down to 10 men or something like that and still boss the game for the last 10-15 minutes.
Training session.
That was actually, I was impressed by that one. That one I was impressed.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's funny.
Guys, I think you were in a corner for like 7 minutes. went from
Yeah.
corner to corner. I'm like, how the hell are they doing this?
Do you know what? It's funny because as a City fan, I used to watch when we would come up against certain teams in Europe before Pep joined us, and like Bayern in particular. I remember playing Bayern once and thinking, I swear they'd gone down to 10 men, in fact, and it seemed like they had more players on the pitch than us. And I was just thinking, how the fuck is this happening? But then when you watch the way Pep plays and now we see it ourselves, that's how it's like. I was a bit of a critic when Pep joined, okay? I really was, because I was like, you know what? He did it at Barca. He went to Bayern. And remember when Pep joined Bayern, they'd just done the treble, right?
Yeah, and they didn't get them as far.
He didn't get them as far. He did change their philosophy, though. So I was like, do you know what? We want Pep. We need Pep. Every season, I become more of a believer because it's just amazing the stuff he does, and like the, and more you understand what he's doing, how he's got them in certain areas, and if you leave that box, someone else must go in that box and cover you, and just it's
in
genius.
sync, innit?
Okay, yeah. Let's wrap it up in a nice way. I think the league's over. I think you guys are gonna go on and win it.
Nah, don't go.
That's
so
what did I
far
tell
as
you?
that,
Hold
no.
on. What did I tell you at the start
Top
of the season?
four. I just want top
That's-
four.
That's what did I tell you at the start of the
That's
season?
it.
Everyone was chatting
I-
shit about Man City, chatting shit about Pep. I said, bruv, you lot are deluded, bruv. City's walking his title. Now look at it. And I know people gonna say, oh, it's still half a season left, bro.
We're in
When's
a good
the last
position.
time you've seen City at Christmas, dominate
Exactly.
the league and then fall off? That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for somebody, Iga, and the guy. Watch few of your videos. I'll continue watching. There's somebody who said City will finish fourth. I don't know if it was your stream or somebody said they'll finish fourth, and that's the time when we were behind West Ham. Remember when we were
Why
behind
say
West
that?
Ham? Huh? No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Somebody else in our stream. Like, so I've been watching your videos. I'm just looking for them. It wasn't you. It was somebody who said that. One of the guys who came on, and I think he was a Chelsea fan. He was like, I think City will struggle for
Oh,
fourth.
was it
then.
Darren or
I don't know if it is him. We were behind West Ham, and we were actually behind Brighton or something. It was too early, and people were
normal.
writing us
You
off
know
and
what?
laughing. So you know what?
We've been top at Christmas twice, right? And both times we won the league. Generally, we don't do top at Christmas, right? We come alive kind of round December, January time when it's a business end, right? And I always put this down to the reason why we don't do so well in the Champions League at the moment is our DNA is not there yet. You need one big thing to happen, and that creates your DNA. Now, the big thing that we had is we beat Manchester United under Alex Ferguson on the last kick of the ball, right? Remember Fergie time, that big thing that Man United had by winning the league in Fergie time against Manchester United, still under Alex Ferguson. Our DNA in the league, not in the champ, our DNA in the league changed completely. We now took from Fergie and that Man United team. Cool. We see how you've done for 20, 25 years, play to the whistle and you will get something. Cheers, Fergie. Bon voyage, we've taken that off of you because we just beat you in the last kick of the game to win the league. And since then, we do that. We play to the final whistle, and that's what we do now. So when I look at this season, and I think we're potentially, if we win tonight, we go 9 points clear, I believe.
Yeah, 9.
And points on the board are better than games in hand. We're 9 points clear. We have played Chelsea away. We have played Liverpool away. We have played Man United away. We have played Tottenham away. We have played Leicester away. We've played West Ham away. Maybe not West Ham.
Not West Ham yet.
Come New Year's Day, we've played Arsenal away. It's like, boy, as long as we don't take our eye off the ball, it's looking very promising. But I just want top four. That's all I want.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm very much like distracted right now. I can tell. I just got removed from my 500K Facebook group. I don't know how the hell that happened. I'm like, admin, Facebook's messing with me. They copyrighted me for one of my songs. Stupid. But yeah, big up to all you guys. I want to know, Man City is gonna win the league, in my opinion. Liverpool's gonna finish second. Chelsea's gonna finish third. Who finishes fourth for you though? Because forget about the league. We're not in that conversation. Who finishes fourth?
It's between you and Spurs so far. I think Conte is doing serious there. I was laughing at him at first. I was like, oh, he's finally stepped on the landmine. But It's between you
Nah,
and Spurs,
man.
but who's
Nah, man.
looking more asserted? You guys. For now, it's you guys. You look more confident.
Look, I'll be 100. I'm not on this Spurs hype. I'm not on this
Are you
Spurs
not?
hype. Nope. I watched them against Southampton the other day. Until Southampton got a player sent off, Southampton were bossing Spurs all over the pitch. Like Spurs looked rubbish, to be frank with you. It was only when, I mean, Kane, you know what? Kane looked better. And if Kane starts firing again, that's a different thing. But currently, I don't think, and I hope Spurs don't get top 4. I'll be 100 with you. Nah. I
also
can't
don't
hold
like
players
them in the
hostage
Champions
any
League,
longer.
To be honest with you, I don't like them in the Champions League. They just go there to.
No. I think the longer it goes on, because look, Man United's squad is, for me, a very good squad. Maybe their mentality, I'm beginning to think the mentality of the players isn't right, but they've got a very talented squad. They should finish top 4. Every game they drop points, I'm starting to think, all right, maybe I need to just understand you lot are not in this race no more. West Ham, I think, have dropped some points recently that they shouldn't have dropped.
Lots of points, yeah.
Like I said, Arsenal, all they have to do is keep beating the teams they should beat, and I think Arsenal get top 4.
There you go. We're gonna wrap it up. Kesh, just before we go, what's your prediction for the game?
Close the door.
He's got the little one. Kesh, what's the prediction for the City game?
City game. I'm gonna go for a 2-2. You know, I'm gonna go for a 2-2.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Patrick?
My head keeps saying 3-1. I say you guys will score first, then we take the game seriously. I'm just looking for a 3-1.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Dap? It's Dap, right?
Daps, DAPS, Daps.
Daps. Okay,
He's
Daps.
purposely doing that.
I'm trying my best. Go ahead, Daps.
Right. It's a hard one. I think it's going to be. I think a 3-1 City.
3-1 City.
3-1 City.
Let me just unmute Kesh. Kesh, you were saying something?
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. I think City's going to win the league. I think top 4 is too early to tell. I'm not going to put myself out there like that right now. But when it comes to this game, Man City are going to probably beat us. But if we do give it a good go and it's a closer game than it has been over the past couple of years, and it's a 2-1 or a 1-0, that would be a better, and we see a good performance, that to me would be progress from where we were where you guys used to beat us convincingly.
You can't see Arsenal winning it at all,
bro.
See, that's where I'm different. Listen,
there's a part of me that's like,
I don't see us.
If the degree is not there, just know you might.
I don't want to get into a situation where I start to believe that we're going to beat you guys, and then we lose like 4-5-0.
I do that one a lot.
So what happened?
So you're expecting disappointment, so you don't get disappointed.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Just like Spider-Man. Anyways,
we're playing at home, bro. Like, honest to God, like we can't continue to keep giving points away to the big teams at home. Fair enough, when you're away, I can understand it. They got the home advantage, but bro, the Emirates, like, you got to continue. You got to start getting these points. Well, if you can't get a win, you've got to come away with a draw. For me.
There you go. That makes sense. All right, guys. Big up to everybody who's watching. Thank you guys for being here. Man City are playing Brentford tonight. Are you guys doing any streams or after?
I'm just gonna watch it. I think I'm gonna jump on a StreamYard, but not go live with a couple of other City fans and just watch it, to be honest. So
there you go.
Like, that's funny. This was on, yeah. If I knew it was on, I would have came yours, bro.
Yeah, you could have. You could have just shot over here still.
There you go. You guys have a good day, guys. I'm off this.
Yeah, hope Facebook sort it, brother.
Peace out.